Now, some members of parliament denied visas in the wake of their push for the passage of the anti-gay bill are now going public with their concerns. Joy News is learning that some members of parliament, especially those on the minority side, are being denied visas by some embassies. This is fueling the suspicion that already there are tough diplomatic measures being adopted by the foreign missions in the wake of the push for the passage of the anti-gay bill. One of them, Alhassan Suhuyini, who is MP for Tamale South, gave me this interview a while ago. He says the Netherlands embassy denied him visa on basis that he failed to prove a significant social and economic ties to Ghana to guarantee his return to the country. Now, he believes this was done deliberately to provoke him.
I am hesitant because the correspondence to me did not state so. I am also somebody who consider myself to be very reflective and fair-minded, and will want to give the embassy the benefits of the doubt and assume that perhaps the protocol officer who processed my documents may have, left out something that led to the conclusion, unfortunate as it is, that the embassy reached with regards to my application. I have, however, appraised myself with the information that he provided the embassy, and I am still unable to understand why the embassy would have ignored my status as a member of parliament of the sovereign state of Ghana, with responsibility to my beloved constituency, the Tamale North constituency, ignored my, existing and valid visas to the UK and the United States of America, and my previous several records of travel to other countries where I never overstayed. And to have ignored my ties to my family and indicate that they were denying me the visa on the basis that I failed to prove significant, whatever that means, economic and social ties to Ghana that will make me return to Ghana after my intended visit. I find it deliberately, done to provoke me and aimed at undermining, state officials and the diplomats from Ghana.
Will this in any way change your overt support advocacy for the bill to be passed?
It is so lame. Nothing whatsoever, as we speak, can be, if you like, I think that this approach will rather just make some of us more intransigent and more committed to ensuring that we preserve the values that we consider Ghanaian and values that we consider culturally sound and appropriate to be adopted by the state and promoted as required by Article 39 of our 1992 Constitution.
He has since appealed the decision of the embassy. My colleague Maxwell joins me via Zoom with more on this. Maxwell, we had the MP say that a protocol officer facilitated this, but you have a copy of a cover letter from Parliament on this process. What does it say? Maxwell, if you can hear me, the member of parliament in that interview he granted me said a protocol officer from parliament indeed facilitated the process for him. He thought initially that some documents were not presented informing the decision of the embassy, but after appraising himself, he realized that everything was okay. Now, you have seen a copy of a letter from parliament, a cover letter from parliament on this. What does it say?
Well, Ernest, if you can hear me now, that cover letter is actually signed on behalf of the clerk of Parliament, clerk to Parliament, and it's signed by the head Parliamentary Relations and Protocol. And it says application for entry visa. It says the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana has the honor to request the Netherlands Embassy to issue an entry visa to Honorable Suhuyini Alhassan, Member of Parliament for Tamale North constituency, to enable him to travel to the Netherlands for a short visit. Please find attached his passport, duly completed visa application. Consular officer at the Netherlands Embassy.
And you also have a copy of the embassy's letter communicating their denial. What more does it say?
Well, it says sufficient justification for the purpose and circumstances of the intended stay was not provided. And it says you were unable to provide sufficiently convincing or verifiable information about the purpose and circumstances of your stay. Consequently, it has not been established with sufficient certainty that all the conditions for issue of a visa have been met. It continues to say that your intention to leave the territory of the member state before the expiry of the visa could not be established with sufficient certainty. There is insufficient evidence that you have significant social and or economic to your country of origin or country of habitual residence, as following the conclusion of your intended stay cannot be assured. In this context, it should be noted that one of the basic criteria for the issue of visas is the prevention of illegal migration. In determining whether there is a risk of illegal migration, immigration authorities examine the local and general situation in an applicant's country of origin or country of habitual residence, and an applicant's specific personal situation. Say that since it has not been demonstrated or established to a reasonable degree of credibility that you have a regular and substantial income in your country of origin or habitual residence to support yourself, it is not felt to be sufficiently probable that you will return to your country of origin promptly, due in part the local or general situation in the country of origin or habitual residence and or weak social ties there. In this connection, it should be noted that one of the basic criteria for the issue of visas is the prevention of illegal migration. It goes on to give further reasons why they couldn't give the minister, the member of parliament, I should see the visa.
Thank you very much. That's my colleague Maxwell. And to put this in context, members of parliament hold diplomatic passports.